Coffee with Yvonne is taking a bit of a hiatus, so make sure to enjoy these special episodes from the Coffee with Yvonne archive. We have an archive, y'all, while I rest, recharge, and get ready for the new year. I cannot wait to chat with you soon post halayas. And I look forward to all the things that we'll chat about, from marketing magics to creatives and entrepreneurs who are changing the game in their industry. So grab your coffee while enjoying these episodes from the Coffee with Yvonne archives, and let's chat.
You already had it set up. It was in the brand name.
Right.
It's consistency for me.
I like
Okay. So, as everyone already knows, I have another special guest joining me for coffee today. And I just love how when I meet people who are passionate about the work they're doing, it just resonates for me. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I need to have them on the show. Therefore, we finally got our schedules together because our good sis is booked and busy, not bored and broke.
not bored nor broke.
But today we have Fela, who's known for her wellness and yoga practice, and she is a guest with me today on the show. For those who are listening, she is an Afro-Latina. Just tell the people what's your background, your heritage background.
Hey everybody. So I'm Felicia. You can also call me Fela. My family were Afro-Cubana. But also American, like on my dad's side, that whole thing. Yes, but I'm born and raised in the DC, Maryland area, PG County all day. So DC, pretty girl county,
Gang. And I wanted to mention that because I feel like there's sometimes an erasure when it comes to cross cultures amongst the diaspora, in which we are bringing people into certain spaces. Like, this is a safe space for you, but I want to mention that because I think it's important to give people and their culture their flowers. Before we get started, though, I need to read this fabulous bio of yours because she is educated. She got receipts, and her receipts will be read on this show, okay? You're my good broadcasting voice. All right. Felicia Fela Talaferro is a yoga therapist, wellness consultant, event curator, and a passionate advocate for the transformative power of yoga. With nearly a decade of experience guiding individuals of all shapes, backgrounds, and capacities on their yoga journeys, Fela has become a beacon of healing and empowerment in the DMV, Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, for those who don't know, and beyond. Her dedication to the art and science of yoga therapy is underscored by her academic achievements. She holds a Master's of Science in Yoga Therapy from the prestigious Maryland University of Integrative Health. And this approach to yoga therapy involves harnessing the ancient wisdom of yoga to address physical, emotional, and mental well-being, making it a potent tool for holistic healing. What sets her apart is her unwavering passion for yoga as a catalyst for healing and personal growth. She firmly believes that yoga is not just a physical practice, but a profound means to navigate the intricate landscapes of our inner selves and the world around us. In her view, wellness and environmental justice are intertwined, with yoga serving as a bridge between the two. Through yoga, we gain a deeper connection to ourselves and others, fostering empathy and awareness, qualities that are more crucial than ever considering the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Inspired by her own journey and the collective displacement experienced during the pandemic, she founded Soul Session, a rooftop yoga party that is much more than just gathering. It is a space where people can come together to move, breathe, and celebrate how far they come on their individual and collective paths. Soul Session embodies the essence of resilience and the power of community, and it serves as a testament to Fela's commitment to fostering connection and healing through yoga. Her work is also rooted in a profound sense of social justice and empowerment. The name, A Seat on the Mat, draws from the inspiration and influential works of Shirley Chisholm, my girl, and Solange Knowles, A Seat at the Table, my girl too. And Knowles emphasized the importance of having a seat at the table for Black and marginalized communities. She emphasizes the importance of having a seat at the yoga mat for all individuals, creating a space where healing, transformation, and empowerment can flourish. In a world where healing and unity are more important than ever, Fela tends as a dedicated guide and advocate using the ancient practice of yoga to help individuals find their seat on the mat and in the world. Her journey is a testament to the power of yoga to heal, transform, and unite us all. And with that being said, welcome to Coffee with Yvonne.
Thank you, thank you. That felt so good to hear. I was like, ooh, that's a beat.
Hey girl, how you doing?
Hey, I'm wonderful. I'm so happy to be here today. I'm feeling very grounded and grateful in the work that I do, but also the community that I've cultivated and that I'm continuing to build. Yeah, I've been teaching for a long time and it's been amazing. And I've also taught in Mexico and in Germany, which is also
Okay,
amazing.
international. You've been
No,
a
yeah,
counselor.
it's love it. I love it. And that's like part of my next goals in my chapter is like teaching more internationally, and more retreats and all that. And so I'm excited to hold space for my community because we need that space to be held for us, especially in this environment, literally and figuratively.
Well, hold on to that because we may have something to talk about after we finish recording that is connected to my work outside of Pink Dollhouse. So hold on to that about teaching.
Ooh,
Okay?
yeah,
Please
definitely.
hold.
It will.
So for this interview, I just want to let you know that I want to make sure our listening audience has a holistic understanding of yoga, the importance of it as a wellness-based practice. And as someone who's been going on her wellness journey for the past 3 years, I not only look at wellness from a nutrition aspect, fitness, but also how your body feels. And yoga is a big part of that in making sure you're connected with yourself spiritually. Now, with yoga, it's become more popular in minority communities in recent years. Like I mentioned, as the definition of wellness has expanded. What inspired you to take up the practice?
Ooh. um, so I graduated from the University of Maryland, College Park. Literally I think it was December 2016, last year of college, or like the year after college, I was feeling depressed. There was some drama going on at school. I was like, I don't need to be dealing with this. And I was in a place of, I want to lose weight. I want to feel good. I want to evolve essentially. I was being called to that. And I took my first class of yoga, like my first yoga class on campus. And it was taught by someone who didn't look like me, sound like me. And I felt so awkward. I was like, what is a downward dog? What do I do? How do I do it? And that stayed with me. But I've always been like a in my body type of person. And so beginning of 2016, I was like, I need something. And so I found a Bikram yoga studio near my little like 15 minutes from my house. I was like, this is perfect. And so I took this class, I took one class. It was a Sunday morning. And then so Bikram is hot sweaty yoga, 90 minutes, 105 degrees, and 40% humidity. So it's not easy, but it isn't hard either.
Did you say 105 degrees?
I did 105 degrees.
Oh no, see my edges would not. Okay.
So yeah, edges won't survive, but you do, and that's the point. And the point is that you survive despite it being so hard. And the thing about Bikram, it's very slow. So there's no downward dog, there's no planks, there's no vinyasas. It's a standing series and a floor series and breath practices. And you get a savasana in the middle. But so during the savasana in the middle, during my first class, the teacher had said something so profound that like resonated with me so deeply. I was like, this is what I need to do. But then also so I started going to the studio all the time. I was doing work study or karma yogi, essentially when when you clean or take care of the studio in exchange of free classes, or not really free, but like you would exchange for the classes. And so when I was doing this work study in karma yoga, I felt so good to just receive and give in that way. But then I'm like looking around my community, and this at the time, so the studio closed during the pandemic, but the studio was very diverse seeming. And so there's a lot of like black people coming into this practice, but there's no black teachers really, or there was like one black teacher. And I was like, I want to be the next black teacher here. I need people I want people who look like me, sound like me, to be able to feel comfortable in this space because it's a very common theme that when people of color enter yoga spaces, they're like, I'm the only black person here, I'm the only minority here, I'm the only big person here, I'm the only this whatever insert word here type of person. And so in my classes, I want you to know that because for me, as we said, I'm Afro Latina, I'm Cuban. The hips do not lie. They do not lie. So to see someone with hips, with booty, with thighs, with everything to come into class to show you that showing and me doing the practice, you see how I'm doing the practice, but also me guiding you through the practice. And so that was important for me. But also during the same time, as I was saying, I was being called to this practice, being called to yoga. And then I realized this is such a yoga is such a catalyst for healing. Like my whole yoga journey, that's been like the main sentence of my mission, of my everything. Yoga is a catalyst for healing. It imparts tools that you can use to navigate your life, to see yourself and to see people around you clearer.
Now, okay, I really love that explanation because you touch on a few things that we're going to bring up later in the interview about, body positivity, diversity and inclusion, that it's not just a buzzword, but it's important in spaces associated with wellness. Thinking about how you've been elevated to more visible platforms. Like I remember when we chatted, I mentioned that you were featured on a major platform like Essence. And that's why I was familiar with you when you taught the yoga class at the Golden House Wellness event. How important is it for you, knowing how visibility matters, to be recognized within your own community for the work that you're doing?
Okay, so the Essence, I forgot I was in Essence when you brought that up. I was like, oh yeah, that picture.
I remembered. I was like, she's so familiar.
I love that you remember. I was like, whoa, I was taken aback. But it's funny because I think that for me, I do want to be recognized, but I think like part of my shadow work is like embracing that I am recognizable and like I have an impact on the actual community, that I'm cultivating something. Um, but I think what's most important for me is that my community is recognized for their work within themselves. It's like, yes, give you like, oh yeah, Fela taught this class and I feel so da da da, but it's like, how are you, and then it's like, what really is what's important for me is like how you're impacted by the practice that we do, either yoga, breath work, dance session, whatever it is. But it's like, that's what's important to me. That's important to me, and I want that to be recognized more. So it's like, yes, my face, yes, my impact, yes, my essence, of course. But it's like, I want you to recognize yourself when we're doing things. It's not really about me, and that's how it's always been for me.
Yeah. But I think it's good for people to receive their flowers, because even when I was reading your bio, I saw your reaction to like, in a positive way, like, oh my gosh, I did do all of these things. So being on a platform like Essence, which is like the Vogue for Black women or the Black community, that is a big deal. That's a very big deal.
Oh my goodness.
I want to have that thing printed out, posted everywhere, on the fridge, in my place, in my car window. Like, did you know I was in Essence? I was in Essence. Did you see this? I was in Essence. You want the QR code? Link is right in your bio.
I should definitely tap into that. So I guess I'll also tell you, I was also in Afropunk.
Now see, this is what I'm talking
Insider. But it's for a different photo. I'll show after the interview. I'll show you the photo. But I went viral like the senior year in college. That same senior year in college, and everything was happening. I need yoga now. Essentially, one of my friends, my line sisters, I'm an AKA, and so she's a photographer, and part of her like final project was this campaign she was doing, or this like a product she was doing was called Embrace Your Essence campaign, I think is what it was called. And so essentially she reached out to different women on campus who wanted to embrace their flaws, or embrace something they really love about themselves that's unexpected, essentially. And so people did like had a scar on their leg, someone said their nose, their chin, like things like certain things like that. And for me, I came in because I was like, I love my shoulders. I have a great collarbone. It's lovely. But it was hard to take a picture of that for her. Well, not that, but also like someone had recently said their shoulders or like their upper body was what theirs was. And so we kind of just started playing around. And I'm like, I'm a model. I'm just going to make shapes with my body. And I made this shape with my body. And then it became about my curves. And I was like, oh, yeah, I do love my curves. And this picture went crazy on Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter. And I never like did anything about it. I was never like, yeah, that's me. Give me money. Let's capitalize on it or anything. It was just like, yeah. And once I show you the picture, you'll probably be like, oh yeah, I have seen this. I'm like, yeah, that was me. Because also my face isn't in it directly. So you're like, who is this? Who is it? But it's like, it's definitely me. The tattoo's the same. The waist beads, I broke them, or they broke because something in the universe said it was time to let them go. But yeah, and so I do appreciate you highlighting that. I need to recognize and highlight myself more.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because now I'm going to tell everybody I had someone who was in Essence and Afropunk on my podcast. But another thing you mentioned is going viral, right? And
Mm-hmm.
platforms like Instagram, TikTok, etc., are good tools with promotion for creatives, especially with visual work like yoga. How do you think social media has helped or is continuing to help you build your brand? And if so, what are your favorite ways to market yourself using the platforms? Is it video? Is it still imagery? Like, what are the things that you like to do?
Okay. I think definitely Instagram. So all my followers on Instagram are very like organic. I haven't like paid any bots. I haven't done anything outside of my usual artistry on my platform. I've evolved over time because it definitely at one point I loved these photos of myself and like to the point where like I had an Apple Watch. You know, you can take a picture of yourself through your Apple through your phone, the whole thing. Exact, of course. And so I was going crazy with my face. I was like, I know my angle's the best. I can do this. And so I love creating the picture grid and energy on my Instagram. I would do these things with threes, like three different similar but different photos and like have captions or like out of is and it made me so happy. And so I'm kind of getting back into that with my integrating more yoga and more lifestyle. I'm in a place where yes, yoga is important and things like that to me on my platform, but also for people to like know me as a person, to want to come to classes, to want to interact with me, it's enough to know that I'm a human being, also not just like a yoga expert woo woo person. And so I've definitely been integrating more like I'm going to museums or I'm going to this event or things like that on my platform to let people know I'm a human being. And I definitely feel like I am happy that people have been able to find me on Instagram, ask me about things, but also using it as a marketing tool to be like, come to my events. I've had a lot of events this year, and it's funny because like when I played my first event, everything went wrong, and I was like, never again. And then I guess opportunity. I don't know, but that word, but
It's a word. We just made it a word. Opportunity
right.
is a new word.
Opportunity, I was able to have a space where I'm able to like activate as much as I want when I want. And so I've been able to like really put out what I wanted to put out. Like Soul Session has really been amazing for me to see myself grow, but also the community that comes out. I'm just like, I'll be crying. I'm like, oh my God, people are really here right now. Um, what have I done? What am I doing? This is amazing, but also freaking terrifying. And so I do appreciate the connectivity of social media, even though there's times where it feels like it's like making us tired, exhausting us, comparing ourselves. When the reality with social media, it's a tool. It's a tool, not a lifestyle. And I feel like that's what we need to grasp in everyone. Like TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, all these things are tools, not an actual way of living. And so that's why I'm like, I'm using this tool for yoga promotion, yoga therapy, talking about what it is, but also it's like, I'm also living my life. Connect with me,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
No pressure, though.
And when you mentioned about like making sure you're using your platform to promote your events and also show a bit of behind the scenes with your yoga work, have you ever thought about maybe talking about your favorite workout wear? Because I know for me, being a curvy woman, the last thing I want are my yoga pants going from my stomach to my ankles when I'm really moving about, like whether I'm walking. So have you ever thought about sharing like your favorite bras or your
I
favorite
have,
yoga
but I
pants?
want them to pay me first.
I understand that. I get it.
Or rather, or it's not even about paying me first. It's really about I need to just activate my affiliate links essentially. And so
Yeah.
we all can like eat together. But I do have a lot of recommendations. Actually, like I'll tell y'all now, right now, on the for the exclusive coffee with Yvonne. I love Girlfriend Collective. Girlfriend
I never heard of
Collective.
them.
I'm so glad to introduce you to them because Girlfriend Collective. I've really worked with them before. I was in one of their campaigns. um,
Oh, Light Flex. Okay, that's a Light Flex. Go ahead. Go ahead, Light Flex.
yeah, I took a random photo on a walk to get coffee one morning. My friend took a picture of me and I tagged them in it. They were like, "We love this photo. Can we give you a check for it?" I was like, "Yeah." So Girlfriend Collective, they are an amazing brand. They use recycled bottles to make clothing. And the quality of their leggings, their bras, they have bodysuits. And what the most amazing thing, the colors are so fire, like the very like in your face popping colors, either neutrals or like bright, like bright blues, bright oranges. They have bodysuits, underwear, socks. They have a unisex clothing line with like coats, sweatpants, socks, everything. Um, but I love when like the best thing about them, aside from the sustainability part of it, the environmentalism, the colors, the fit, they have sizes, I believe, 0 to 6X. So everyone's included.
Did you say 6X?
Yes.
I never even heard of someone going beyond a 3X, let alone
Yeah. A
6X.
6X. It's like five. I believe it goes up to 6X, and I'm just like, I love that because even saying that, I got chills because it's so important for everyone to look good and feel good. And my
Yes.
biggest hate in this world is that curvy people's clothing is ugly. It is more
I
expensive.
would say a good percentage of it is not cute, and it is a bit more expensive. As someone who rocks certain brands that are on the higher end, I have to, because the cuts are better, the styles are
Right.
better, even down to my workout wear. I just can't go out and get the same leggings that y'all get for like $5 on TikTok, because if I do, it's not fitting
Right.
over my thigh. Fit is very important. Like, I think also too, the way you feel when you're practicing your wellness activities and your appearance also impacts how much you're going to engage with those activities in
Exactly.
the future. If I want to wear a hot pink outfit, which I have, walking up and down the National Mall, getting my steps
Yeah.
in for my miles, it makes me feel good when I'm
Yeah.
doing it.
I love hot pink. Like that's my everything. I think all my profile pictures for yoga things, I'm wearing this hot pink Nike set. I'm just like, I love it. Um and but also on another side of the brands with clothing. So I know Girlfriend's a little bit on the high end. They have like a lot of specials and deals, and one day my affiliate link and code will come. But then also Old Navy.
Oh,
Old
great.
Navy, I'm telling you, Old Navy is that girl for all size fitness wear. Cause and then also now Old Navy has recently put out, I think they do go up to like 4X in the stores now.
4X?
Yes, in store. So it goes
Ooh,
from
that is
and it's all
transformative.
and then it's like all the clothes look, so you know how like sometimes you get like a skirt and it's like in the regular size, air quotes, regular sizes, it's like they look this way, but when it goes plus size it looks a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same style all through.
Now, okay, I have Old Navy down, Girlfriend Collective. Is there anyone else, like maybe like a median in the middle brand that you would recommend?
In the middle brand. Old Navy, Girlfriend. I feel like I don't know. I want to say Lululemon is don't go like that's Lululemon's cool, but it's like it's hard to find because the thing about Lululemon, they'll have a pair of pants that's like a size 14, but they really fit a size 20.
Oh
And then
no.
there's right, and so I have a pair of pants right now. So I like my hips they fluctuate, but I have a pair of pants that are 14. They fit me perfectly. I'm like,
Okay.
I've never been an actual 14 in my life, but also Lululemon is very like high. I don't know, it's kind of hyped up. So I wouldn't recommend Lululemon unless you're really into it.
Hmm.
I do need to find a middle brand because I'm definitely so like beginning of my yoga, I have a pair of shorts left from Old Navy that I will never give up until they like crumble. Um,
Not
I
crumble.
love them until they crumble. I love them so much. They're my favorite pair of shorts that I have from them. Oh, I think I have two pair of Old Navy shorts that I won't let go, actually. I probably should now. But anyway, but yeah, Old Navy Girlfriend. I will get back to you on the middle brand 'cause I don't know yet.
Please do, because I'm always looking for yoga pants. I just don't wear workout gear to actually work out. I use them when I'm running errands and
Yeah, of
other
course.
things because they're comfy.
I'm
And
telling
then
yeah, the stats from Girlfriend, you're like, I have to go little, and I feel like I want to do like a blog post about this or like
you
a
should.
mini post. There's like farmers market outfits.
I
So when
never thought
people,
about that.
so over this last summer, I've been volunteering at a farmers market in DuPont Farmers Market on Sundays, and I've been volunteering with this black owned farm, and it's based out of Brandywine, Maryland. It's called Deep Roots Farm. Farmer Gal
Hmm.
is the best. Hit her up if you want to volunteer, if you want to support. She's amazing, and the farm is so robust. The farm was an old tobacco plantation type of thing, old tobacco field, and so she's like now the land is just cultivated for like eggplants, tomatoes, squash, cucumbers, pickle, like whatever you need, she has it. Not pickles, because that's we have to like make the pickles, but you know what I mean. Um, but when I was working there, I just see people like in their cute workout sets. I'm like, y'all not working out right now. Y'all just being cute, going to the farmers market. And I loved it. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute. That's so cute. And so I feel like it's really about feeling good with all that you're doing versus just like, you know.
Now, I really appreciate you sharing like those recommendations, because that's good for the listeners who maybe want to get into yoga or wellness-based practice and may not be able to find brands that fit their body type. Shifting
Yeah.
gears a little bit, for people like myself, sometimes it's difficult to shut off your mind long enough to engage in activities like yoga. So what are
Hmm.
some ways yoga helps people recenter and refocus, or just shut off the noise?
Whew, this could be an interesting answer because I can make it very simple or very scientific. I'm trying to choose which one. And so,
It depends on what you feel comfortable with. If you want
right.
to like show off your masters, go ahead, show off your masters.
Okay. So with people who have a difficulty calming the mind, they may experience feelings of anxiety or feelings of restlessness. And so in the therapy world, there's
That's
these
you reading me in your explanation. That's me right there.
there- in the therapy world, there's terms of bottom up and top down. So a top down means like head to body, and bottom up means body to head. So if a person who's having a hard time recentering, I would access them through getting their body kind of tired, or not even tired, but their body like activated and like leg up, leg out, do this, da 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 da. And then so at a point where their body's like at a place of like regular, or I'm not say tired, but like a place of a regular where it feels more regulated, them able to access their mind easier. And so with people who feel restlessness or have a hard time calming the mind, it's really, and then even when I talk to people who are taking my class, like, oh, I had a hard time, I have a hard time meditating, da da da, da, things like that. When I'm creating a practice that's all about focus on your body first and your breath first, then they're able to relax more. Instead of just being like, let's breathe and relax first. They're like, I can't, they're fidgeting, da 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 da. Da. And I can like as a yoga therapist and yoga teacher, I can see when that's happening on the mat for you. Like when I see you fully. And so
I'm a little
it's
ashamed because that happened to me recently. I was supposed to be meditating at my friend's bachelorette weekend. We had like a sound bath yoga session. No,
mhm,
sound bath meditation session. And I just could not lay there and just
yeah.
be still and let my mind fully shut off, because the moment I was laying on the mat, I realized I just started thinking
Right,
when I should have been
right.
in a space of relaxation. My mind was just running. And is this something that, in terms of creatives, do you find that there's a link between creatives and this idea of anxiety or restlessness? Like,
Yes.
could it be tied to those different things based on your personal knowledge?
I would say yes, and I feel like in my experiences as a creative and entrepreneur and others as well, I do see the tendency that it's hard to relax. It's hard to take time for myself. It's hard to set that boundary of like I'm doing nothing and that's okay. And so with yoga, you're like doing nothing but doing something at the same time, essentially. It's like, oh, I'm just moving my body around, but like the impact that a cat cow has on your brain and your whole nervous system goes a long way. So if you were in my if I was like leading the sound, well, I don't do sound bath, but like if I was like part of that experience, I'd have been like, yes, relax on your back, but if you want to move, you can move. And so that, and like even having that statement as part of a sound bath is important because yes, you're relaxing, but like everyone's relaxation looks different. Everyone's rest looks different. Everyone's
Mm-hmm.
active rest looks different. And so people who are the entrepreneurs, who are the creatives, who their minds are always going, I need to create this thing, I need to innovate, I need to make money, da 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 da. It's like yoga, and when the way I teach is meeting you where you are, not where you need to be, but where you are right now. And so if you're coming to my class anxious and overwhelmed and all the things, I'm like, all right, let's move, let's shake, let's dance, let's groove, let's like get our bodies into it, and then we'll be able to access the mind. Because a lot of times it's hard to access your mind when it's already running around. But
Yes.
when you allow your body to like when you allow your body to just like rest and process, or when you allow your body when you allow yourself to come into your body, then you can access your mind. Like it's okay to calm down. It's okay to rest. It's okay. You can begin to regulate and affirm yourself. Yeah.
Now, I thought it was interesting with your class, and I think that's why I was able to recenter myself. It was the kind of music you were playing that one, I already had most of them songs on my playlist. I was like, oh, am I in my own Apple Music right now? Like I was just
Right.
vibing. And for a lot of creatives, including myself, music is a way that we recenter. I listen to music when I'm working, when I'm working out, when I'm walking. It just gives me peace. And that's when certain kinds of music, like, the what they call lo-fi, is
Yeah.
one of my favorites. When I listen to like Solange and musicians like that, I'm able to recenter my mind and be in a space where I can create freely or just relax. And I forgot to tell you, in your class, I almost fell asleep, and I didn't want to fall asleep because I snore.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to scare the class by how deep that snore was going to be. So I had to keep snapping myself out of it. I was like, girl, I hear you starting to go a little bit.
Right. But like, I'm glad to hear that, because I love hearing that. I love when people like almost don't seem like, oh, perfect, I did my job. Great. You're relaxed. You're regulating. Wonderful. And so when people are like, I'm just about to snore, I'm about to fall asleep, I'm like, please do. Or I did fall asleep. I'm like, perfect. I got you. We were not but like we were able to come together to get you to that place that you needed to be in.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, because regulation of the nervous system is hard to do alone sometimes. And so that's why coaches, therapists, yoga therapists, physical therapists, all the therapists, it's important for us to impart that wisdom to allow you to regulate yourself. And because as a yoga therapist, yes, I want us to work together. I want you to be my client. Yes, I want you to help me help you, for sure. But then I also want to impart tools within you and in your suitcase and your backpack that you can always take with you. And
now,
so, like, yeah.
You did mention yoga therapy. What is that exactly? Like, can you briefly explain what that means? Oh, not a no. Okay, are we harmonizing?
No.
Ooh.
Well, yoga therapy. Oh, yoga therapy. So yoga therapy is a very old practice, but it's new seeming because of how I feel like now Western and Eastern medicine are kind of coming together a little bit now. And so yoga therapy is a large combination of Eastern and Western medicine coming together. So yoga therapy is a practice where we use yoga wisdom, yoga technique to like asana or postures, breath work, pranayama, meditation, mudras. Mudras are different like hand or upper body positions that stimulate certain areas of the body. It could be like your certain chakras, it could be different glands in the body to help your overall well-being. And so yoga therapists, we do intake, we do assessment, and intake could be like I give like probably like 3 or 4 forms to fill out to have very specific questions, and then we do a physical assessment where I actually do a few yoga poses to see, and I can, based on the yoga poses, I can see where there's tightness, where there's weakness, where there's imbalances in the body, and based on the intake and assessment, I create a plan of care for you. The plan of care includes asanas or postures. It includes breath work or mudras, but also can include like writing prompts. And the writing prompts come from the yoga wisdom called yamas and niyamas. I'm gonna let y'all look that up because it's a fun thing to look up. But yamas and niyamas essentially are tools and ways to behave with yourself and for the world around you. I must just leave it there because I think it's kind of fun to look up niyamas and niyamas. It's fun to say too. So with yoga therapy, a quick way to say it is an integrative health therapist, because I don't just see you on like a physical level. I see you in your body. I see you in your mind. I see you in your energy. I see you in your current well-being and your quality of life, and how we can get to another level of your well-being and quality of life. So yoga therapists help you see yourself clear. We empower you to see yourself and use tools so you can see yourself clear, and so that you can reach goals that you feel will help you in your whole life. The goals that you create, we create goals together. So we're working toward the same goals, just in different ways.
See, that's interesting, because I think I never thought of yoga and therapy being like sisters. I just thought of it as their own wellness practice. So considering that it can be a fusion of practices to improve your overall wellness is important. Do you think that now that yoga has evolved in terms of acceptance in Black and Brown communities, have you seen firsthand your clients coming back to you and saying, hey, this has helped me with, my anxiety, or this help, if they have like a daughter or
Yes.
son, or, who's struggling with certain things, like they're now more well-centered. Talk a little bit more about the cultural impact.
The cultural impact. So the population that I work with are all ages, all sizes, all backgrounds. But one of my favorite past clients, they were like a 20-something-year-old girl who just got out of a bad relationship and like all stuff like this. We had 8 sessions together, and at the end of the 8 sessions, she felt empowered to like live her life freely and fully. And so she has a sister who lives in Paris. And so after our sessions, she wrote up a review. She wrote up a testimony for me too. And she was like, Fela helped me feel so strong. I can see myself better in the world and things like that. I was like, I did that in 8 sessions. This is amazing. And just for her to see herself clear, to see herself stronger, to be able to utilize her voice. So a big part of our work together was like feeling strong in her voice with herself and with others. And so we did a mudra, which again is a hand thing, a mudra that was goes directly to your throat chakra, for your throat chakra, to help you speak and feel what you're feeling and say what you're saying, what you need to say fully. And at the end of our sessions, she was empowered. She felt stronger. She felt more interested and excited for her own life versus just being like, I'm here, I'm sad, I'm just in it. She felt part of it. And so I love that aspect of yoga therapy, is that we empower you to take control of your own life instead
And
of
that's a big deal, though, because a lot of people struggle with, one, getting to the place where they know they need help to finding a healthy pathway forward, and two, being in a space where you feel lost in your own voice. And I feel like we all go through that period in our time, whether it's through work, like you mentioned, through relationships, etc. But having healthy tools to help you get there, that's a big deal. You should be proud of the work that you're doing and how you're, creating that space. You better celebrate yourself.
I definitely will be. I do celebrate myself. I feel like I'm in a place of myself where I do feel more aligned in myself and more like I love helping people or supporting people in this way. It really speaks to me. It really warms my belly. I'm in a very rare place, I would say, and the fact that my work really does satisfy me and sustain me. Um, I'm trying to think of a specific word that I'm trying to think. What word I'm trying to think of?
You feel
I
whole.
feel I do feel whole in this work, and it makes me feel so happy to be able to illuminate parts of people that they don't know or have overlooked, so they can use what they've over so they can see so that you can use what was overlooked as a way to illuminate their joy, their peace, their strength, their anything else.
There's not a word for it, but I'm just going to say it out loud because it just came to me. It's because you feel like you're walking in your gift and your purpose. When you are aligned with the universe, for those who believe in holistic approach to listening to your inner self, I'll just put it like that. When you're aligned with the universe, when you're aligned with, the signs from your ancestors and, from God and everything, like things fall into place as they may because that's where you're supposed to be. So you feel deeply connected to it because that is a place you're supposed to be and how you're going to evolve into even bigger platforms and impact. So that's what I think in terms of the work that you're doing, because I feel that way every day about the work that I do in marketing. I feel this is where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing, because I just feel joy in that space every day. Despite the days that they give me additional gray hairs, I still feel the joy.
Right. Exactly that. And actually, so in the yoga philosophy, we call that your dharma.
Your dharma. Okay. Not your karma, your dharma.
Your dharma. Yeah.
Okay.
And so your dharma is your specific path. And like I know in like Christianity they say your vocation. But in yoga, so with yoga therapy, I'm not just like being like do this. I'm using actual insight from like a lot of the yoga. I'm just gonna say the yoga books, the Yoga Sutras, the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, all these different books that describe the intent, the science, the power of yoga, and utilizing that to support your quality of life and to use that to support your evolution and your growth. And so Dharma, everyone has a Dharma. It's all about finding it. And so the Dharma is described in many books, but in the Bhagavad Gita, essentially that book is about a war and a war within and a war like outwardly. And so the main character, what was his name? The main character. I was gonna say the main character is being talked to by God, the higher power, and he's instructing the main character. I can't remember his name at all. Was it Krishna? But Krishna was anyway, the main character, and he's imparting on him this wisdom, like you have a vocation to do. You are the top warrior, and your work that you need to do, no matter how it impacts other people, you need to do it for greater things to happen. And so this war, he's like on a chariot between fighting. He has people on his who has his back, but on the other side are like people who's like he's known and like uncles who he's loved and supported, but it's like they're not part of the path that he's on, and so he has to choose.
You better preach. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So he has to choose. He has to choose what's best for him and not what's best for others in order for his greatness to shine through. In order for his greatness to become reality. Oh, that was deep.
That was deep. And we're recording on a Sunday, so it's kind of like we got a little mini session at the same time.
Hey.
Where's my collection plate? Hold on. I need to find out more. Hey, won't it do it? Won't it will? Last but not least, before we get into our quick fire questions, I know you talked a bit about this before, but how do you envision growing your brand in the future? Like, it could be big ideas. It could be as small as opening your own, I don't know, Amazon storefront of your favorite products that you use on a daily basis. So what is your thoughts? What's your vision?
So I'm just
let's get in the tea. Like, what are we doing? Like, what's up?
So my visions for my brand to grow is definitely more. So not definitely more, but it's like I'm working on creating an online platform for people to like join me online for talks like this, for yoga classes, for yoga workshops, just to have my content available to them, like a subscription type of platform. Also I do have a YouTube. So like following me on YouTube and growing that.
This is what I'm talking about. You the plugs. Like I didn't know none of this.
Okay, I'll send you I'll send you all the links after this session.
Oh, today drained me.
My YouTube channel, growing that. I'm really working on growing my online presence in a way that people can have my insight, my support virtually when I'm there or when I'm like traveling, so we can like support each other. Additionally, I'm working on creating a retreat somewhere in the world, which would be really fun. I'm very into traveling internationally, domestically, but really just like using travel as a tool to support your wellness. Because even though like the flight, the travel, the plane ride can be horrible, when you get to that destination, it's like, wow, I'm in a whole new place. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling others. I'm feeling all the things that I'm feeling. And yeah, so definitely some retreats, growing my online presence in my platform, and I don't know what else. I'm still dreaming up dreams.
Yeah.
I'm still dreaming up some dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep dreaming your dreams and make sure you're writing all these things down, because there's a Bible verse, as you can tell, I grew up in Black church, but there's a Bible verse that says something to the effect of make the vision clear, right? So you have to make the vision clear by writing it down. And it can even be a vision board. I'm a big believer in vision boards and placing them in an area where you see it every day. So that way you're not only envisioning, but you're allowing the universe to put things in place to make those things happen. So just, it's the end of the year. You can create a vision board in Q4.
Yeah.
for the end of 2023 and beyond, it's fine. But when you're creating that vision board, make sure you write in things in between those visions of how you want them to happen, and that the vision
Mm,
is categorized. So it's not a mess.
mm,
So when
yeah.
you make the vision clear, you're making your purpose clear at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
My mama would be so proud of me. See, Mom, when I fell asleep, I was still listening in church. See?
She is proud of you.
Oh, okay. I have a few quick fire questions for you. Now, mind
Okay.
you, these are top of the dome. It does not have to be a perfect answer. I just want you to think quickly on your feet. That sound good?
All right. Okay.
You
I'm
can do
ready.
this. You can do this. Deep breath in. And all right, let's do this. In your opinion, who is the best rapper or singer of all time?
Mariah Carey.
Oh, that is a different answer. Okay.
She's amazing. You see her singing? You hear her voice?
Honey, I grew up with Mariah every
I
Saturday.
know. That's what I'm saying.
Every Saturday, my mom would put the boombox on, break out that yellow broom. I remember that yellow broom, and you would just hear Mariah's "do do do" on the radio.
Right.
Yeah.
Or Whitney. So it's Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston.
I'll allow that because Dance
For
with
me.
Somebody, when you want to see me light all the way up,
Oh, that's my
Dance
song.
with Somebody, I will light up like a Christmas tree. In fact, I have a Whitney t-shirt I bought at Target of her 1987 tour tee. One of my favorite t-shirts I own. I love Whitney Houston.
Yes, that voice, that music, like Dance with Somebody, World's Greatest of All, but also when the song that they did together for the
Yes.
Tons of Egypt soundtrack,
Yes.
I was like, wow.
Even though that one note was flat, but I'm gonna let it go.
It was.
Okay, second question for you. You won a boatload of money, like you good for the rest of your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the first thing you do?
I want to say like donate some money to some charity, but also buy a villa in Tuscany.
Yes, Villa in Tuscany.
Yeah.
I love that.
I have one of my favorite random movies is Under the Tuscan Sun.
Uh-huh. I know.
And she just like randomly bought a villa in Tuscany and like have lived her best life. I was like, yeah, this is in line with me. Sure.
I would probably do the same thing, but I would be in Paris.
Ooh, okay, yeah. See, me, I have never been to Italy yet, and I'm just like, I would love to be in Italy. And just like, no, I feel like definitely next year it's on the list because why not?
When you're ready, depending on what city you go to, I have an itinerary for you that I put together myself.
Ooh, okay, perfect. Because I went to Paris and Germany last year and the year before that. Well, so my travel journey is very new still. So I didn't start really traveling internationally. Like, I mean, I've traveled in the States. I've been like to Portland, LA, Florida, whatever, New York. But to Europe, I also haven't gone anywhere well, that's not true. I went to Mexico this year. But 2019 is when I started really traveling out the country.
Same.
And so I got to see everything. And so I went to Spain, then I went to Germany and Paris, went to Mexico this year. And so I'm just like, I'm supposed to go to London and Amsterdam later this month. Let's see how that goes. So
if you go to London, I have an itinerary for you too. Because I did my first Euro trip was in 2019 with my mom and one of my childhood besties. We did Paris and London. And I have things for you. I just planned my uncle's anniversary trip for London and Paris. I have updated things as well, just in case. That tourism background be working. Just know.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah, and then for my next question, you've discovered you have magic powers. Like, so you're on your Harry Potter-ish, right? Ooh, so you have magic powers. What powers, and that is plural, what powers do you have?
Ooh, powers. I love this question. I have a similar question that I ask everybody, my clients. I'm like, if you could have a superpower in the world, what would it be and why? And so for this question, it's always so usually with my hair, it's always very silver. When you met me, my hair is silver.
Yes.
One, it looks so good on me. Two, I love Storm.
Yeah.
And so like I would love to control nature, and not be like, you get nothing, but more so to restore resources and to give resources to people, because everyone should have access to water, land, things like that. So that would be my first power. My next power would be like to fly, and then
Mm.
also to materialize things. To be like, I need a book, boop, a book, or
Oh, like
I need a sandwich.
Like a Sabrina the Teenage Witch kind of
Yes,
vibe. Like, bloop.
Sabrina was my show.
Fam, when I tell you, my mom, if you ever meet my mom could tell you every Friday night she is glued in front of the TV. She's watching Sabrina and Family Matters. That was my show for a
Yo,
long time.
but exactly that. Be like, boop, boop. It is Sabrina. It really is Sabrina.
Yes,
I
Sabrina.
love that so
She's that
much.
girl.
Sabrina the Teenage, and like I would just love Melissa Joan Hart so much. After that, I was like, you are amazing.
I've watched every show she's been on because I loved her from Sabrina. That's it.
Exactly. And all the little Sabrina movies too.
Yes,
Like,
I watched every spinoff.
Yo, you're about to have me go on a Sabrina Teenage Witch marathon. And
It's on
spooky
Hulu.
season.
It's on Hulu. It's on Hulu. Plug.
I'm so excited too. Oh my gosh. That would be so happy.
And then last question for you. If you were a coffee, and even if you don't drink coffee, what kind of coffee would you be?
Okay. So I know I'm a mocha. A mocha. So it's chocolate, coffee, oat milk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I say a mocha because that's what I always order when I go to get coffee anyway. But also it's literally an adult chocolate milk.
I feel that.
Because it's chocolate, oat milk, and then coffee.
Yeah.
And and it's delicious.
My go-to, and I'm so predictable, even my coworkers know my favorite coffee is a white chocolate mocha with soy no whip. So I understand that love of the sweetness with a little touch of something. If it's especially a busy season, I do double pumps because I need
I love that.
An extra.
Give me all the sweetness.
Yes, I need all the sweetness. Well, I wanted to thank you so much for joining me for coffee and also for being open to being on my podcast. How can people find out more about you and all your fabulous platforms?
Follow me on Instagram at Fela Soul, FELA.SOL, Fela Soul. Yeah, and they have all my links to my YouTube, my survey for my retreat coming up, hopefully, because I need it for the retreat. I need a certain number of people to respond to the survey before I start planning it. So join me on that. My YouTube's on there, and if you want to talk more about yoga therapy, I have you can schedule a time to chat about it. Like we have a 15-minute chat about yoga therapy, see how it fits your life. Yeah.
Fabulous. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we'll chat very soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great one.
Coffee with Yvonne is produced and edited by Yvonne Pearson. Coffee with Yvonne is created by Pink Dollhouse Marketing. You can catch the latest episodes by subscribing to Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts.